Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, here we are, here we are, here we are. Let's give people a second to come in here. I don't know if anybody's going to be joining here, but we'll be giving it a second. But to join in here, we are now live here. So this is the indications that we're getting here. Now I'm going to show you the video. Uh, it's not, if anything is seriously is going to happen or has happened. But here you have it. So this is the video of a silo at the nuclear power plant. Set MPP. It's been so long since I've said it. The Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. Uh, so this is an actual fire taking place in one of the silos of the nuclear power plant. So not what you would want to see in any situation. So this is very serious. Now, in terms of sources, we've been backed up by many sources. Actually, we've been backed up by not only Dimitri, but we've also just been backed up regarding this story by Vicegrad. Vicegrad has also just put this out. So on its premise, so here we are. This is actually just in here as well. So we are also being backed up. Oh, sorry about that. Backed up by multiple news sources backing this up right now. That this is the video of a fire at the nuclear power plant, Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. This could be very serious. We don't know anything yet. It's very new. It's just in like I think latest tweet was like 20 minutes ago. So it's like it is just in now. So it's not like a developing situation here, but quite the situation. You know, take a look at that bloom, and you can definitely see the fire if you like when you're looking in. I mean, that's not just a lighting rick or something. You know, and you see the smoke as well. So something's definitely happened. Could this cause a nuclear meltdown? I'm not sure. I'm not that much of an expert on it. You'd have to ask the experts. All I can tell you is that a fire at a nuclear power plant could turn into a very serious thing, and it could spread. You know, these things are not small. Taking a look at this, you might think it's a small fire, but imagine the size of this silo right here. This is a giant, giant silo. That silo is not small, okay? It's a giant silo. So the fire is huge. You know, I mean, those silos are not fucking small. You know, they're huge silos. So this is very. I mean, this is a big fire. Despite you not being able to, you can see it from this distance and the bloom and the smoke in the sky. That's a big fucking fire. So they're saying, and this is from Vicegrad, they're just saying that the Russians controlling the Zaporizhia nuclear power plants have started a fire on its premises. So that's all I've gotten for you right now, but we're of course going to keep an eye on it because that's why we're here. So yeah, that's why we're here, guys. That's why we're here. Now this is actually quite an interesting. So this right here is a Save Eco Mag. Actually monitors background radiation map. So it actually monitors radiation. Now one of the good things that we're seeing is there's no appearance of radioactive leak. So it could be a contained fire within the silos. Now do remember that the silos are not the radioactive compartment. It's more if it could spread. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Okay, so some are saying this is okay. So some of Rockefeller says that impounded Russians are burning tires and started a fire outside the ZMPP to create panic. Okay, we know it from Nick of the Russian occupier started a fire on the territory of ZMPP, Zelensky. So Zelensky say that okay, radiation indicators are normal, but in the condition of occupation, the situation cannot be normal there because the occupiers use its nuclear back now. There. Hopefully, something you can start fire. So as far as I'm understanding right now, how you doing, Johnny? as far as I understand, this is from Madalena, who's also quite a trusted news sources, but this is Erdogan, which is the officials at the nuclear power plant, have just put this out, and this is from Zelensky himself, by the way. So they're saying that we note from Nikopol that Russia occupiers started a fire on territory. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to mute this down here. I don't want to have to listen to the fucking ads. Jesus Christ, YouTube. So saying that the Russian started a fire on the territory of this said NPP. So it's not in the actual nuclear power plant. It's on the territory, but it could spread, obviously. So they're saying that that's from Zelensky, and the radiation indications are normal, but in condition of occupiers, the situation cannot be normal because the occupiers use it for nuclear blackmail. We're waiting for the reaction of the world. We're waiting for the reaction of the IAEA. Russia should be responsible for this. So we're pretty sure this could be a fire set in one of the old silos. You know, maybe in a silo that's out of date, or maybe they're just burning tires to create a panic, and they're doing it deliberately in one of the silos. But the thing about, again, what I want to point out, you have to look at how big this fire is, because those silos, you're standing that far away from it, you look at it and you think, oh, it's a small fire. But when you get close to it, you realize those silos, because I don't know if you've ever seen a nuclear silo, and this is like one of the biggest nuclear power plants in Europe. So these silos are fucking massive. I don't know if you've ever seen a nuclear silo, but they're fucking huge. So for this fire to be spreading from that corner to that corner, I mean, it's a huge fucking fire. And I wouldn't trust a fire with the Russians, is all I'm saying. So, you know. Could go anywhere. Could go anywhere. Certainly could go anywhere. But as far as I understand, at least what we have right now is that it is not a serious. So as far as I understand, it might not be. It might not be like a fire that's gonna spread or do anything. But it could be like an indications that the Russians are saying, we're gonna do this if you don't pull out of Kirks. By the way, if you haven't seen what's going on in Kirks, I guess we could show that. This could be a response to this whole thing right here. So yeah, I accept. God, accept. All right, cool. So this is the areas where the Ukrainians are in Kursk. Not not massive areas. I feel like people might be overstating a bit of how massive it is, but it's not like, it's not like a huge area that they've occupied. It's quite small. But it's still, I mean, it's about the same size of what the Russians occupiers down here, and it's also put pressure off the front, which I think was the main point. They have actually called most of the reservists from the front line to this specific area here, so it could be quite, but it could be helpful in terms of getting rid of this area here as well, because there's been a lot of pressure in this specific area here, but they haven't really done a lot, and the Russians are still, I'd say, losing on a tremendous scale, at least what we know of, right? So could be something serious, but whatever. Things are certainly popping off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything is going to happen. I don't know if anything at znpp is going to happen. I don't think so. But okay, so we actually have a tweet here from Zelensky himself. Okay, well, we have a tweet from Zelensky, who's tweeted about this specific situation, so it doesn't get more real than that. So Erdoho, or Erhoda, we have recorded Nikopol that the Russian occupiers have started firing the territory of Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Currently, radiation levels are within norm. However, as long as the Russian terrorists maintain control of the nuclear power plant, situation is not and cannot be normal. This is from Zelensky himself. Since the first day of the seizure, or what of its seizure, right? Russia's been using nuclear Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant only to blackmail Ukraine, all of Europe, and the world. We're waiting for the world to react, waiting for the IAEA to react. Russia must be held accountable for this. Only Ukraine only Ukrainian control of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant can guarantee a return to normalcy and complete safety. I agree. I agree. I mean, at least we need to get, at least we need to get them back. But Zelensky has tweeted, this is from Zelensky, so just get more real than that. Zelensky has confirmed this is a real situation here, but one of the things that I find to be about Zelensky here is that he's saying that he also talks about radiation, that radiation levels, so he says currently, radiation levels are within norm. However, as well as this, Russia's maintaining over nuclear power situation is not and cannot be normal. So it could spill over to something serious. We don't actually know what their intentions with this fire is, and that's also one thing I want to point out. We don't exactly know what their intentions with the fire is. It could be, an intention to create something different or something else, which would be obviously a bit serious. So it could be an attempt to create something else. We actually have a fire map here, but they haven't really updated the fact that there's a fire, but looks maybe here, or maybe it's there. Maybe that's the area actually. Maybe that's the area, because yeah, so it's quite far away from the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. Maybe, I don't know. Should be around here. This is the power plant. So, but it could be that one or these two. Who knows? Could be any of it. But no reason to panic. Obviously, this could be. Oh yeah. So we also have a video from Zelensky here, but that was 45 minutes ago. Yeah. Start a fire. Okay, so the Kyiv Independent said the Russian forces set a fire to a large number of automobile tires. Just say car tires. I mean, automobile. That's really extra. in the cooling towers, they said. Okay, so they have said fired to a large number of tires from cars. In cooling towers, the Yevhen Yevtushikov, the head of military administration in Nikopol, said on August 11th, just a minute ago here. So why they have done this is actually unknown. We don't know why they've done this. Perhaps they just have a lot of tires that they need to get rid of. But it's a weird area to do it. At the same time, I said the weird area. Actually, it might not be at the weirdest area, because when they're not really using a silo, if they weren't using a silo, setting a fire within it might be as safer as setting a fire anywhere else. But it's still a weird place to choose within a cooling tower. So set a fire that's really hot inside a cooling tower might not be the best option to choose anything. But listen, we're gonna watch Zelensky here, so enjoy that.
Дорогі українці, українки, нашим пріоритетом залишається максимальне посилення українського повітряного щита, нашої ППО, нашої бойової авіації. Щоночі, щодня протягом цієї війни українці страждають від російських ударів. Дійсно багато вже зроблено для нашої можливості захищатися, але ще не все, що необхідно. Ми не припиняємо роботи з партнерами для того, щоб у нас було більше систем ППО та більше якісної підготовки і забезпечення усіх підрозділів захисників неба. Звичайно, один з ключових елементів повітряного щита будь-якої держави – це бойова авіація. На всіх рівнях ми маємо і надалі продовжувати говорити партнерам, що потрібно для закриття українського неба. Закриття від шахедів та від ракет, у тому числі від північно-корейських ракет. Минулої ночі наші воїни збили більше ніж 50 шахедів, було і 4 балістичні ракети. Росіяни запустили їх з Воронезької області. Ми фіксуємо всі місця, з яких російська армія завдає ударів. Також Білгородська область, Курська, інші райони. Тільки від початку цього літа і тільки з районів Курської області по нашій Сумщині було завдано майже 2000 ударів. Артилерія, міномети, дрони. Ми фіксуємо і кожен ракетний удар. І кожен з таких ударів заслуговує на справедливу відповідь. Одна з північно-корейських ракет сьогодні, на жаль, убила на Київщині 2 людей, батька з сином. 4 роки було хлопчику. Мої співчуття рідним та близьким. Ще 3 людей були поранені. Їм надано необхідну допомогу. Наші експерти чітко встановили, яка це ракета, і точно знаємо, з якого району на російській території відбувся запуск. Буде цілком справедливим, щоб українці могли відповідати на цей терор саме так, як необхідно, щоб його зупинити. Відповідними далекобійними ударами по місцях запуску ракет з Росії, відповідним знищенням російської військової логістики. Терор повинен програвати завжди. Це базовий принцип захисту життя. І про це так само ми будемо і надалі говорити з партнерами, як ППО захищає життя, так і зняття обмежень на далекобійні удари збереже тисячі людських життів. Також сьогодні відзначу рятувальників із ДСНС України, весь колектив служби. Дякую кожній з вас, хто виїжджає на місця після російських ударів в усіх наших областях, розбирає завали, гасить пожежі, надає першу медичну допомогу і загалом забезпечує порятунок наших людей. Я впевнений, всі українці вам вдячні, а особливо я хочу сьогодні подякувати рятувальникам Київщини. Віталій Харченко, Микола Золотар, Вадим Гевко, Анатолій Рибка, Віктор Жукович. Всі працюють в місті Бровари. Дякую вам і вашим колегам. Також рятувальники Харківщини. Олександр Глущенко, Андрій Єрмоленко, Вадим Гнатенко, Олександр Лиман, Микола Криволапов. Дякую. ДСНС України в Донецькій області. Усі, хто працює заради наших людей. Особливо Сергій Іщенко, Микола Пустовалов, Іван Головащенко, Володимир Деренко та Віктор Карташов. Також Херсонська область, весь колектив ДСНС України в регіоні, а особливо Антон Лійник, Віталій Пархоменко, Юрій Червинський, Руслан Власенко, Євгеній Макаренко. Дякую вам, хлопці. Дякую всім, хто в Україні та з нами, з Україною. Слава Україні!
All right, 86. How are you? All right, but it's quite a situation we got going here. But of course, not any serious situation as of so far. Of course, I don't know if you guys been keeping up with the. I've been keeping up regarding the fact that. That of course Russia is being completely fucked in Kirks. We have taken some land, or Ukraine have taken some land in Kirks, but other than that, things are slow, I guess. But this recent situation about the Kirks thing, they've had to relocate 40,000 people from Kirks as well. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, if you're here now, of course, go back in the video a bit. By the way, regarding this situation at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, apparently Zelensky has tweeted about this. We have read this on the stream, and everything is, well, it's not under control. It's not out of control either, but things have been done, and they've actually set fire to some tires at a cooling tower at the nuclear power plant, but we're not aware if that's going to cause any serious damage or if it could cause any serious damage. Of course, this is Russians, and you don't really know what they're going to do. They might try to use it as blackmail for the Ukrainians to pull out of Kirks. This could be a thing, actually. But here you have it. These are pictures as well here. ZMP cooling tower set ablaze by Russian according to the Telegram channel. Channel name Sternuku, or the not nuke plant expert. From what I read from numerous sources, the last 45 minutes, the consensus, I don't know, of knowledgeable folks seems to be Centipede operates pre-sheared light. I don't even know what that is. Pre-pressured light, yeah, or I don't know. Light water reactors. 5 of them are in the cool shutdown. 1 is in hot shutdown mode, which yeah, we knew about that. The provision of steam for waste processing. Starting a fire in a cooling tower is unlikely to result in any kind of nuclear accident at this point. However, if the intent is to cause terror, it could still be a nuclear terrorism. So that is the point there. So also, by the way, setting a fire in a cooling tower is unlikely to result in any kind of nuclear accident at this point. At this point, you know. But that's also the one thing that the reason why this is serious is because we don't know exactly if this is like them saying this is what we're going to start with, or if they're going to do more than just this. You know, is it going to spill over? Is the fire going to spread? Is somebody going to be stupid and the fire spreads? You know, these are all things that could happen. So things could happen within, you know, yeah. So this could be there could be anything, you know. Uh, but it doesn't appear to be should that it could cause any uh that it would cause any form of like previous like any form of accident. I mean, we would have to take a look at that. These are pretty normal indications. From today, there's been some higher levels. Actually, there's been like a high level of concentration right there, about a 180, I think. Yeah, on the top there. That was actually about 2 hours ago. But other than that, it doesn't appear that anything serious has taken place. Uh, so far. Of course, all of these are turned off and everything else down here, but we have seen there's some rising here, but that could be anything. Of course, there's fires everywhere, and you know, but this up here, for example, I mean, if anything gets serious, this is how it should look like. This is Chernobyl right here, and this is obviously this right here is the I think it's reactor hall right there, and that's the nearest sensor they have right there, which is at 5,000. So you know, and that one as well was the one that records the highest levels. So this is how it would look like if there was like a nuclear accident. But other than that, like there isn't really anything else. There isn't really anything like at this point in time. This is very moderate and very safe levels. You know, there's nothing anything. This is just background radiation. I mean, there's radiation every single minute of every single day that you walk on this earth. You know, this background radiation is always there, but right now it's not. It's not there, so we should be good for now. For now, I say though. For now, because you never know with the Russians, do you? It's been a while since I've went live. I just went randomly onto Twitter and I saw this. I like randomly went onto Twitter and I saw this like a minute. I went after it had been reported, and I went on to Twitter, and it was like a minute after it got reported. I went on to Twitter, which was like, yeah, they do say the extent of the fire is unclear. I do want to point out again, like taking a look at how big this cooling power tower is, and taking a look at how big this fire is. It stretches from each corner of the nuclear of this cooling tower. It's a big fire, and it's a lot of tires. You know, big fires can go wrong. Big fires can go wrong, and especially in the hands of amateur Russians, right? So we don't know if that's going to go wrong, but it could go wrong. So takes a licking, right? But we'll see. Could something go wrong? Yes, it could. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really have anything else for you guys. I just wanted to come on here and tell you about this really quick. Keep an eye on it, but guess might just keep an eye on it from a distance because I do have to go again. What the fuck?
Успокойся, сынок.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll see you around. If anything, of course, if anything happens, if anything goes serious, if anything like if there is a spread of the fire, I'll be back on. But thank you for watching. I know it's a short one, but I really only come live nowadays. It's like really serious, real life stuff. I've got a lot of stuff nowadays. So, but good to see you guys, and hopefully I'll be. Well, I don't actually want to say hopefully because when I get live, it's like serious. So, but if anything do happen, you will see me again. So, I'm just saying if you see me go live again, might not be a great sign. So, might want to have to pray that I don't go live again, huh? Or at least for now, for the past next days. But we'll have to see what happens with this fire. If anything happens, well, that's a fact because that might be very, very serious.